Hey guys, it's Mia Redrick here, the mom strategist. I am so excited about the scope tonight. Whew, this is going to be a hot topic. I am Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with both life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com. Sign up for my newsletter list there, miaredrick.com. If we're not already connected on my list, then make sure you sign up there, miaredrick.com. Thank you, Kendra, for sharing. On Facebook, Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist. That's where the action happens. Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist, right? And I am so excited about really breaking this down tonight. I'm going to be teaching them very simply how to own your bigness, right? How to own your greatness, how to show up really like a giant. Now, I've got 7 simple steps that I know work, right? This is what I know works. And this is really going to support those of you who've been hiding. Maybe you've been hiding. I know it. I know. And maybe what it looks like is maybe you're doing what you love to do, but you're not charging what you need to charge. Or maybe what it looks like is that, you've been playing with what you're doing, but you're not playing with the right people. Hey there, darling. You know for a fact that you're not bringing your A game, right? Like, this is going to be for those of you who are doing that, all right? I'm Mia Redrick. For those of you just joining me, it's nice to virtually meet you if we haven't met before. I'm the mom strategist. I'm a business and I'm a life coach. I support my clients, hundreds of clients personally, with both life and business success. And I believe that your life informs your business, because it does, and that you can leverage what you know. You can take your education, your gifts, your talent, your professional experience, and you can turn that into a product, a monetizable product that you can serve the world with. All right, I've done that. I've supported tons of clients in doing exactly the same. My background is corporate training, and when I got started my business over 13 years ago, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to work as myself. I wanted to take my background as a corporate trainer and my systems and motherhood and package those things into a business. I didn't know how to do that. Went to a small business resource center in my town, and I was told nobody will ever pay you to coach moms. We didn't use that word, but I'm so grateful I didn't listen, and that I ended up working with a coach, a business coach, and her model really changed my life. And it was the first time I was ever exposed to someone that was truly a full-time entrepreneur, working from the comfort of their home or wherever they wanted to. She was traveling the world, working in Mexico, November, December, and January, because she didn't like winter, but she had time-rich models. And I decided to hire Terry Levine, and the rest is history. And because I built my business as a coach with time-rich models, I was so grateful that when my husband developed kidney disease 8-9 years ago, I didn't have to stop running my business, because I work about 31 hours a month from the comfort of my home with a very strong multiple 6-figure income. And because I built my business without having to go on the road, nothing changed for me. And I could be there for my husband when he needed me most, but also I could still run my business without sacrificing my income and my security. And I hope that I'm talking to somebody out there that's used to trading time for dollars. I want to tell you that there is a better way. There is a better way to take what you know how to do and package it and be able to serve the people around the world with what you know how to do. And I will say that to me, one of the greatest honors is being an entrepreneur that has been able to have generated a solid, sustainable business that my kids, who are 19, 15, and how old is Matthew? 12 years old. And they've never seen their mom or dad work a job, right? Because we own successful businesses. And I think that's a tremendous blueprint to give your kids. Like, mom and dad have been free their entire lives. And maybe that's what you're looking to do, or maybe that's where you are right now. You're looking to build a business to find your freedom, right? To create the freedom that you want. And once you get free, you want to stay free. I totally can relate to that. Or maybe you're looking to run your business because you want to give your kids a world-class education. I'm totally interested in that too. We've invested about $715,000, not about, that's what it's been, over $715,000, truth be told, investing in our kids' elementary, middle, and high school education. And to me, when you run a great and amazing business, it creates options for you to be able to do that for your kids, to be able to sow and invest in the things that are important to you. You can invest in charities that matter to you. You can invest in your parent. You can just make contributions to the world, because it takes time, money, and energy to be able to do the things that you want to do and the things that you care about. But I love, love, love that I own my time. I go in the office every day at 11 o'clock. That's why my workday starts at 11 every day. I go to the gym in the mornings, and I love that. I have the freedom to do that. I love that I get to date my husband in the middle of the week, because I own my time. He's free and I'm free. And if you're interested in that, you're going to love what I'm going to scope about today. Today I'm going to be teaching on simply how to own your bigness, like how to own it, Now, I'm not talking about anything in any arrogance or anything as it relates to your ego, but in order for you to claim what is yours, like for you to really go for this thing that you want, you're going to have to own your bigness. And this is for those of you who have been hiding. You've been playing small, you have, and you already have the talent and the skill, but you haven't been showing up in that way. You're going to love this scope. Now, before I get started, I want to ask you guys if you will share on Twitter, on Facebook, on Periscope. Please, guys, share with someone else, because we know that there are other people out there who also need to own their bigness, and they're hiding too, and they would benefit from a scope like this. And I'm going to break it all the way down. Let me drink some water while you guys share. Thank you, Colleen, for sharing. And if you're ready, please say, I'm ready, Mia. If you haven't shared yet on Twitter, on Facebook, on Periscope, please do. All right. All right. Tonight, I'm going to be teaching on how to own your bigness. All right. And I wanted to do this scope before those of you who, I work with so many great people, or throughout the day, I talk to several people who are interested in hiring me as a coach. And what's interesting is they already have the talent. I already have the skill. Most already have the experience in order for them to achieve whatever it is that they want. But what often gets in the way of the success that people really want is that the thing that they really want, the thing that they want in the recess of their heart, that big dream, right, is that there's something that is not in alignment with what they want. And that means that they're not being true partners of success. What do I mean? Okay, you guys know what I'm talking about. It means that you might be that person that you know what you want, but you're in conflict about who you need to be, how you need to show up in order for you to claim the thing that you want. And that's what we're going to talk about today, owning your bigness. There are not any hearts, but I'm going to break this all the way down. Now, my goal is to support those of you who know that you've been playing small, like those of you who have maybe been staring at the line, like it's right there. You've got the network, you've got the experience, you've got the skill, you have the talent. You don't need anything else, all right? But the only thing that's getting in the way is for you to own you, like own all the things that you come with, all right? And this is something that I know a lot about, right? That's you, right? This is something I know a lot about. It was me too, all right? It was me too. And it happens because sometimes it happens because of the environments that we're in, that maybe you are surrounded by people who aren't really like where you are, right? They're not your ambition level and above. And so when you want to show up and, be all of you, you got to contract in order for you to fit in that environment and be comfortable. So that's the case, right? Or it happens sometimes because maybe you're not a part of a mastermind or a stretch circle or a coaching group of people that their expectation of you is for you to reach big, right? And as a result of that, wherever you're playing right now, you're comfortable. You can play where you are and people can say how amazing you are, but in the recesses of your heart, you're not playing big. You're not playing big enough. Or it could happen because, maybe somewhere in your life people told you to play it safe. You know what I mean? Like don't take risk, right? Be grateful for what you have. Like, don't be greedy, all right? And I'm just calling it out because for those of you who haven't yet owned your bigness, there is a reason why you haven't made claim to it. And often it is because there are feelings we're uncomfortable with. You know what I'm talking about, right? We're uncomfortable with what that means. And we're uncomfortable with how people are going to perceive us. We're uncomfortable with, how they're going to experience us. We're uncomfortable with being judged by others. We're uncomfortable with who we need to be, or this newness that comes with if we get the thing that we see in our mind's eye. Now, if you're ready to say, I'm ready, me, all right? And so it's so much more comfortable to stay where you are. Thanks, Kendra. It's so much more comfortable to stay where you are, because if you stay where you are, you know what I'm saying? You're doing all right. We're not talking about you're doing all right, okay? But we're not talking about that tonight. I'm a life coach, and now people think I should just be grateful with the mundane, right? All right, well, this is going to shake you up tonight, Adrian. I'm going to shake your tree. I'm going to shake your branches on your tree, all right? And I hope that's okay. If you're ready, okay, guys, just say, I'm ready, Mia, and I'm going to get started. I'm going to go right into that. And tonight I'm talking about how to own your bigness, all right? How to show up like a giant, like the giant that you are. All right. We have two people who are ready. Anybody else here ready? Jameson is ready. All right. Jameson, Shante, you got a nice name. Anyone else ready? Anybody else ready? Okay. Dr. Colleen Hawthorne, I know you're ready. Okay. Anybody else ready? Rare Orchard is ready. Okay. All right. Because you got to be ready to receive. All right. Deshay is ready. All right. All right. I'm ready to bring my A game. Here's the first thing that I recommend that you need to do if you're in a position to own your bigness. If you're ready to know how to do it, first thing you need to do is, one, don't settle for what you do not want. Do not settle for what you do not want. Now, the reason this is so important if you want to own your bigness is you're not going to be happy. All right. Like, here's the thing. You see this dream that you want, and yep, it might scare you. It might even sound ridiculous. All right. Or ridiculous. All right. To other people, you might not be able to explain how exactly you're going to get there. I know I'm talking to somebody right now because I'm talking to me. All right. I remember thinking, what I wanted to do. Like, I wanted to run these mom groups all around the world, right? I wanted to run these mom groups all around the world as the mom strategist. I had one small challenge. How am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? I can't explain to anyone how in the world I'm going to do this. And so sometimes when you are that person, that you're that thought leader, you're that big dreamer, and you're surrounded around people who are, let's say, analytical, who don't dream as big as you, what they're going to want you to do is to explain to them how are you going to accomplish the thing that you see. All right. Well, and if you can't explain it, what happens is sometimes we start to settle for a dream that we can explain. But what I'm telling you today is that I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to settle for what you do not want. All right. And you do not have to know how you're going to get there to get there. All right. Does that make sense? You don't have to know that. And I know this to be certain. I was going to say, I wonder if I had my vision board right here, my old vision board from 2015. So interesting. And 2015, I had this vision board that I created. And on the vision board, I put on the vision board that I would be signed to an Emmy nominated, nationally syndicated television show. And, and that was internationally distributed. I mean, I was very specific about what it was. Now, here's the thing. This is a big dream that I had. I wasn't sure how. I wasn't going to be able to explain to someone how exactly this was going to happen. All right. I didn't have I didn't have a hotline to Hollywood, but it was a dream that I had. And what I learned was that That was the dream I had. I didn't have a dream necessarily to be on local television, although I am a national parenting expert on local television on my local news station. But that wasn't my dream. My dream was to do national television on an Emmy-nominated, nationally syndicated program. That was what I put on my vision board, all right? And I remember that I shared with one person what I wanted to do, and they said, how are you going to do that? And I remember from that moment forward, never share your big dream with someone who's not in a position to help you get there, because they're going to ask you a question about how, and they're going to challenge you in terms of how what you're talking about is not probable. But if you share your dream with your big dream with someone who's in a position to help you, they're actually going to show you how to make that happen. All right. And the fact of the matter is, I had this thing on my vision board. This is what I saw for myself. And I ended up, doing exactly that. So this is what happened, all right? I was called by the Ricky Lake Show, okay, to shoot a segment with them, and as the mom strategist. So I go to shoot a segment with them. When I go to shoot a segment with them, one of the producers on the Ricky Lake Show actually had her own production company. And she asked me if I would be open to meeting some producers for her show. She wanted me to make a guest appearance on her show. And I figured I was already in town. I wasn't losing anything, and I was totally open to that. She takes me to, and I'm not going to name the studio, but I'm going to tell you it's the number one studio literally in the world. Okay, in the world. Okay, they've distributed more shows than any other network in the world, any other production studio in the world. But I did not know this. She didn't tell me the name of the studio. And I went with her to meet these people as she pitched the show. And they said in that meeting, okay, remember it was on my vision board, we don't want this show, but we like you. Okay, so what I'm telling you is flat true. Don't settle for what you do not want. All right. And do not take advice from people who are not in a position to help you. I want you to have a conversation around that big dream, even if it's just with yourself. And I don't want you to settle for what you don't want. And it was so interesting because in that meeting, I'm just showing up as myself, but they don't know what's on my vision board. I know what's on my vision board. And ironically, I'm at the number one production studio literally in the world. Not kidding. In the world, okay? In the penthouse, you know what I mean? Overlooking Hollywood, literally, all right? And they liked me, okay? You keep telling people the power of vision boards, all right? So I just want to say that to you, all right? And so had I listened to the people that said, how you going to do that? All right, none of this was a conventional path. And I want to share my stories so that you know that this is your story too, all right? The second thing I want you to understand when you want to own your business, you're the second person today to grace me with Don't Settle. Wow, it's for you today. It's for you today, Shaitan. It's for you. Number two, all right, I want you to work only for what serves your highest good. Like, I only want you to do the things that and work with the people that serve your highest good. Now, let me break this all the way down. I'm going to tell you why this is important. All right, because along the way, as you're looking to own your bigness, what you're going to find is that there are going to be people, particularly because you guys are already talented, you're already brilliant, you're already amazing. You're going to find that there are some people who are not as brilliant and talented and amazing as you. All right. And they're going to see how amazing you are. Some of those people are they're going to want to hitch to your, they want to hook up with you, right? They're going to want to connect with you because of what you bring to the table. So what I want you to do is to be very discerning. And that might be attorneys. That might be people that have worked in the same industry, right? That might be people who are in a position, it seems to help you, but they're not helping you, all right? And so when you're looking to own your business, one of the things I learned was very important was that only work with people who serve my highest good, right? Like people who not only people who have resources, right? Like have access to resources, but people who openly and willingly share those resources with me. right? Without any attachments. I want to break this all the way down. This is about owning your bigness. And I think that too often when we're thinking about owning our bigness, we come from a place of indebtedness sometimes. And as a result of that, we don't want to, you know what I mean? You don't want to pull the trigger because you think you owe somebody something. All right. And I can tell you what it looks like. It might look like somebody opened the door for a meeting for you because they knew you were great, but they didn't know you were going to kill it. They didn't know you were going to crush it. And as a result of that, once you do the thing that you want to do, then there are all these other rules and attachments. I want you to own your bigness. I want you to understand that you are gifted, you're talented, and you're amazing. And that as a result of that, you need to protect the gift. It's very important. And I know for myself, one of the things that I've always learned is the importance of representing my brand, the importance of protecting my brand, the importance of making sure I had my own team that was affirming me, right? You needed this tonight. Making sure that, I had the right legal representation. Because see, here's the thing, I want you to work only with people that serve your highest good. Because sometimes you're going to work with people, they want something. People that want things from you before you've ever gotten a paycheck. You know what I mean? People who you haven't even gotten a contract signed, but they're already playing in their mind what they're going to do with you. All right. And I don't want you to discount this, because part of owning your bigness is understanding that it comes with that. And that your responsibility in owning your greatness, of course, but you get to decide who's going to be on your team and who does not belong there. All right. And so I think it's a responsibility. I've seen it all the time, where sometimes you guys have seen it too, where you see some great artists, right, on in the media, and you're like, why do they have these people around them? Because of their sense of indebtedness, because of them not understanding it's important for them to own their bigness, protect their gifts and their circle, and that they are not. You don't have to have that level of indebtedness sometimes if it doesn't match what you've got going on. I think about, I don't want to name any artists, but I was thinking about an artist that was like a #1 artist, and he wanted to support everybody in his neighborhood, right? He wanted to make sure everybody in his neighborhood had a job. And so he hired them all. And what ended up happening as a result of him doing that was that he was one of the biggest artists of all times. But he couldn't stay that way because they weren't one of the biggest artists of all time. And they were not looking out for his highest good. And I want you to understand, if you want to own your bigness, you got to surround yourself with an amazing team, people who want to affirm you, people who want great things for you. And that is your responsibility to do that. And this is not saying that you can't, you can't take care of the people you care about. I'm not talking about that. But I want you to understand that part of owning your bigness is making sure that you don't put things in the way as roadblocks that don't belong there out of obligation, or you not being comfortable with where God is taking you and leading you in this moment. I just want to break it down. For those of you who've been dealing with this, I want to call it all the way out. All right. And I want to let you know that, sometimes when you are elevating at a high level, it's hard to discern what is real, because what happens is everybody comes forward and everyone cares about you, or is your best friend, or they love you. I know this to be true because I know that when I got signed to the television show I got signed to, all these people came out of the woodwork, and it was like all these people. I love Mia. I love Mia. And what I'm telling you is that it's really important for you to understand who to work with and make sure that you only work with people that serve your highest good. All right. Because if you don't do that, then it's actually going to hurt you. All right. Number three, I want you, if you're looking to own your bigness, I want you to stop rationalizing success. And I want you to start expecting it. I want you to stop rationalizing success, and I want you to start expecting it. That means that for those of you who are like, well, maybe this will happen, and if this happens, then this will happen. You know what? The reason that you're doing that is because you're not comfortable in your own skin. So the thing is, you already know you create great results every single day, right? You crush it. This is one of the things that I had to, for myself, get comfortable with. Like, if I show up if I show up in your house and you're a mom and you're a mom and you're dealing with a situation, I'm going to crush it. I'm going to support you in creating a all-out transformation. And it's my responsibility to expect great things as a result of my gift. And I want you to expect great things as a result of your gift and not rationalize it, justify it, play it down. And I will tell you why this is important, because if you're rationalizing how you got to where you aren't able to own it. You aren't able to claim it. That means that when people are asking you about who you are, what you do, who you be, the transformation you provide, you're playing it small when it's really big. And so therefore you are hiding. So this is so, so, so important. Expect great things as a result of your gift. It's beautiful. That it's it's important. You got to expect great things. That's what the blessing is of having a gift. All right. A gift, it comes with great manifestations. And I think a lot of us, we forget this, we take it for granted, and we rationalize our success. Well, that happened because of this. No, it happened because every single night you were prepared. It happened because you went to school and you did what you needed to do. It happened because you're the professional that you are. It happened because this time is now for you. But if you are rationalizing your success, it means that you aren't owning it. All right. And what we're going to need you to do is to stand on the X. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I need you to stand on the X, and I need you to be able to say, okay, nobody does it better. Not from an ego perspective, but the saying that in this moment in time, for sure that you were prepared for this moment, that your talent and your gifts were prepared so that you can show up and serve the people you're meant to serve. And if you can't say it and claim it, you know what I mean, then nobody's going to believe you. And I want to tell you that in order for you to attract all the things that you deserve, and you deserve them, all right, you're going to have to stand on that X. You got to stand on the X. All right. And I know that some of you guys were like, you know what I mean? No, I'll just stand behind the curtain. But I'm telling you, you're going to have to stand on the X. All right. And not rationalize your success. You didn't get there because you were good. You got there because you were great. And you got to be comfortable standing there. All right. There is a spotlight when it happens. And that's the reality of what it looks like. And it is going to be uncomfortable for you when that happens. All right. Number 4. I want you to only play big. I want you to only play big. All right. And the fact of the matter is that if you want to own your bigness, listen, you can't own your bigness and play small. All right. So what do I mean by that? I mean, I'm talking about playing small with opportunities, playing small with people, playing small with clients, playing small with your words, playing small with your offers. I'm covering the gamut, all right? And the fact of the matter is, if you are looking to own your bigness, then one of the things we're going to need you to do is recognize that you got to grow into the person that can say, I deserve, right? I deserve these things. And I find a lot of times when people are in conflict about how great they are, the success their track record, how amazing they are, the transformation they've already provided, what their careers already said about them, then they waver in these things. They don't own their bigness. They allow their environment to dictate for them their value, instead of understanding that when you state your value plain and clear, people will pay you your value. But when you are in question about it, then you're never going to get paid what you are worth. It's just flat true, all right? And this is for those of you who've been not playing big, you know what I mean? Like maybe it's all glossy, you know what I mean, and shiny. But the fact of the matter is, when it comes down for you to own it, to say it, to believe it, to claim it, you know what? You stutter, all right? You know what I'm talking about. And I'm telling you that if you're looking to own your bigness, we need alignment. We need to say what we're singing needs to match with what you're saying, all right, what you're asking for. And if you're not doing that, then you're not owning your bigness, all right? What we're singing needs to match the kind of opportunities you're reaching for, all right? That's just really important. What we're singing needs to match the kind of people that you are in association with. I hope somebody is hearing me. What we're singing needs to match the words that are coming out of your mouth. And I want to break this down for you because it might be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? It might be uncomfortable. I always tell my clients, listen, if your goal is to go from where you are right now and let's say triple whatever it is that you earned, last year, you're going to be uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Because you're playing big. So there's no way you're going to be the same person, make 3 times what you made the year before, and doing the same things. You're going to be playing with different people. You're going to be having different conversations. You're going to be using different kind of words. You're going to be making bold requests of yourself. And you got to understand that is part of owning your business. If you hear me say, I hear you, Mia. All right. I'm breaking this all the way down. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with both life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com. Hey, Angel. And I am sharing today very simply. You hear me, right? I love that, Shaitan. I'm explaining very simply how to own your bigness. Now, what I've covered already, please share. If you haven't shared on Twitter, on Facebook, on Periscope, what I've covered already today is number 1. Do not settle for what you do not want. You do not want it. You're not going that way. Do not settle. All right. If you're looking to own your bigness, you know what? Stake your claim for what you really want and only go for that. Only accept that. Number 2, work only with people, opportunities that serve your highest good. All right. And this idea of settling for the thing is not part of your bigness, let that go. All right. Number 3, I want you to stop rationalizing your success and I want you to start expecting it. You've trained all these years. You're amazing. You're talented. Everywhere you go, people tell you how awesome you are, how you change your life. And I want you to expect success and not to rationalize that it just happened this time. I want you to expect it. All right. And I will tell you, everything will change for you when you expect it. Number 4. All right. Number 4, I want you to only play big. All right. Only play big. Only play big with the opportunities, people, the words. All right. Because it's a game changer. And the thing is, it's like when you want to own your bigness, you stop playing small. That means that you're no longer attracted to the things that, don't fit anymore. And you cannot say, I want big things and choose small things. This is why it's so important to understand you got to up your game. You got to up level your game. All right. Number 5. Number 5. If you want to own your bigness, you have got to swing every day. All right. So one of the things that I've learned about hanging out with people who are giants is they swing every day. Every day. Every day. And they love swinging. And you got to fall in love with the swing. Now, what am I talking about when I say the swing? I mean, the swing is everything that I just mentioned, right? You got to swing every day. It's everything that I just mentioned. The swing is being in the company of the big, of the great, right? Loving the grind so much so that you don't even see it as a grind. You become intimately entwined with your expectation that great things are going to happen, that you're going to meet amazing people, and that you are loving, that you are already ready for all of those things. And in fact, all the things that you do every day are in alignment with you claiming those things, looking for those things, and expecting those things. So I want you to swing every day. And it just really is true. It's like whether I go to grocery store, PTA meeting, you know what I mean, on the phone with a client, it doesn't matter what it looks like, right? Right. Intimately entwined with your grind. Did I say that? Oh, that's good. I didn't even realize that. Shaitan, you're so funny. You know what? You are so funny. Okay, that's so funny. Okay, that's really good though. All right, I want you to swing every day. And what happens is when you own your bigness, it's easy to swing every day. When you are not owning your bigness, then you start to hesitate. You're like, oh, I don't know if it's appropriate. I'll give you a great example. I was recently at a food truck, right? I pulled up and went to this food truck. This is kind of a big thing in Baltimore, all these little food trucks. And I get to the food truck and I swing every day. So I am always networking with people. I say hello to the woman that was waiting in line with me. And it turned out that she was the owner of a really popular massage chain. She actually owned 3 or 4 massage chains in the Baltimore area. And I said, oh, really? And I actually am a patron of one of her massage facilities. And she's like, really? And so we started talking. I said, hey, I said, I've got this event coming up. And I told her about my retreat and what I want to do. And she said, oh, I could totally support you. When I tell you that when your mindset is to own your bigness, it's never separate from you. So when you are in that state, you're going to swing every day because it's part of you. You're not thinking like, a lot of times what people think is, they run their businesses almost like their jobs, 9 to 5. Like, now is my time to work. But when you're owning your bigness, it's always a part of you. Everywhere you go, every party you're at, any event you're at, baseball game, it doesn't matter. And what happens is you become it's just a part of who you are, right? Entwined with the grind, right? Entwined with the grind. And you start to attract people that can make that happen for you. And I will tell you, it is flat true. You will swing every single day. So when you look at people and you like the success that they create and you admire what they've got going on and it looks like it's easy for them, I will tell you the reason it's easy for them is because, they're not doing it 9 to 5. It's a part of them. They are owning it in their life. They've accepted that this is the thing that they are going to do, that they're meant to birth, that this is the reason they will put here. And that when your purpose is part of your path, wherever you're going every single day, you will see amazing things happen for you as it relates to, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. It's just flat true. All right. My husband always says to me, he's like, how does this happen? Like, where do you meet these people? It's like, you just go to the bathroom and you like talk to somebody and then out, comes a phone number or an opportunity. Why? Because I am always owning who I am. And it's not in a box. It's not a secret. You know what I mean? It's who I am. All right. And I want this to be who you are also, who you are always. All right. And that's not connected to having a business card or not having a business card. It's just entwined with who you are. All right. Number 6, I want you to understand, if you want to own your bigness, is that don't let people who are not abundant, minded, speak into you. All right. So number 6 is, do not allow people, if you're looking to own your bigness, allow people who are not abundant minded to speak into you. You don't want to know what they know. You don't need to know what they know. No, they cannot tell you what you need to do or how you need to do it. All right. And I'm going to tell you why this is important, because inevitably, whenever you're looking to own your bigness and your greatness, you're going to have people who already see something great that's going on with you, and they're going to want to inform your process so that they can feel like, you know what I mean? They can feel great about what they've got going on. But one of the things I learned over the years is that if I want to own my bigness, right, don't allow people who are not abundant minded, right, speak into your life, right? So I had to learn that who I could listen to. And the fact of the matter is, I've learned that I only listen and trust people who are my own ambition level and above. You guys know, if you're my clients, this is a real thing. Only someone that is ahead of where I am, steps ahead of where I am, will I listen to. And I do not take advice from people who speak big but live small. Okay. So if you speak big and you live small, all right, I'm not listening to you. All right. I might like you, but I'm not listening to you. All right. You cannot advise me. And I think this is really important for those of you who want to own your bigness. I want to ask you, question you, who are you listening to? Like, who's on your panel? Who are your mentors, your teachers, your coaches? Who are those people? And and I have to say that this is a really tough thing, because a lot of times when you are great at what you do, you are usually at the top of the food chain in your network, in your group, right? And so a lot of times the advice that you're getting is not elevation advice, right? It's like, you got people that are just chattering, but they are not ahead of where you are. And so I want to challenge you. I want to challenge those of you who are looking to own your bigness to make sure that you're a part of networks and communities, and that you're with other people who literally are ahead of where you are, and they're in a position to advance you, either in terms of what you think or the opportunities that are available, or to challenge you or to coach you to move you forward. It's really important. And I find a lot of times when people want to own their bigness, the part of the conflict they have is they feel like they don't know anyone that is doing that, so they feel like they're going to be all alone, or they don't have a network of people that they can talk to that will really challenge them. And I know that that's so important for those of you who are out there looking for that. It's really important. All right. And I will tell you that when you have a circle of people who are abundant minded, who are big in their own right, what they're going to do is always raise the bar for you. They're always going to change the level of expectation for you. And you don't want to be in the company of people who have already arrived and there's nothing to reach for, or you're at the top of that chain, because there's no growth. All right. You want to be around people that are talking about things that you have never heard about and that you don't know anything about, but you can grow as a result of it, and that door is open, right? And so I want to challenge you, for those of you who are dealing with that. That's what I had to share with you today. How to own your bigness. I hope this supported somebody today that maybe has been struggling with just showing it up, just being okay with it, right? And it's hard sometimes because you do feel like maybe you're being braggadocious. Maybe you feel like, there might be some shame around how easy it seems like things happen for you. You might be uncomfortable with, because your peer circle, they haven't achieved what you have achieved. I'm telling you the truth. But I want you to understand that in order for you to own your bigness, you can't play small. And if you're in an environment that doesn't allow you to grow, then you got to change your circle so that you can get around people that say, hey, what's next? And what you going to do after that? Not people that are saying, and how are you going to do that? How are you expecting to do that? It's a completely different conversation and a different mindset. And one is so heavy that it prevents you really from growing, all right? It's not created for you to grow. And the other really is all about supporting you with thinking creatively on how to get to your next level. I want to open the floor right now and see if you guys have any questions for me. Are there any questions on the floor for me? I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with both life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com, And, today what I share very simply is how to own your bigness. It's something that we all have had to deal with at some point or the other. It might even be that you have this great idea, you haven't done it yet, and you feel a little scared trying to tell people around you what you're trying to do because it's really big and you can't explain to them how exactly you're going to get it done. I know mom coaching. You already know how many people were looking at me side-eyed, blank stare, talking about I'm going to be a mom coach, 13 years ago when there wasn't even a word called mom coaching. And the fact of the matter is, what I had to learn was I didn't want to settle and do something I did not want to do just so that I could save face, with other people. And I'm so grateful. And if you do what other people want you to do, you're going to live like they live. And if you do what, based on that voice that's inside of you, you're going to live in a way that people dream about. And that I know is true. Number two, I want you to only work on things and work with people that serve your highest good and not feel like you have to be beholden because of your gift. So many people feel so guilty around their gift, or as they're on their rise, they feel like they need to take everybody with them. And I just want to say, not everybody's meant to be a part of that. Number three, awesome, is stop rationalizing your success and start expecting it. You're great. You're amazing. You know what I mean? And the thing is, if you're going to own your bigness, you can't be like, oh yeah, it's just okay. You got to know what you're good at, and you got to be able to claim that. And it's really important to be able to do that. And I just want to have that conversation with you tonight. Number four, I want you to only play big. That means let go of that small stuff. It is not where you're supposed to play. You're not going to have any success. If you're working with clients that, they don't want to pay you, that's small stuff. I'm so tired of hearing that. Why you do what you think that way? Absolutely, right? I will tell you, I remember people laughing at me, Shaitan, telling them I want to be a mom coach. And, and they didn't know what it was or how I was going to do it. And, who I'm going to work with. And you know what? They were not the people that were meant to advise me. And I'm so grateful I didn't listen to them. And I recommend that you don't. And for those of you, I want you to know the importance of only to play big with opportunity people, with your words. So important, because if I spent my time working with people, imagine this. I'm a mom coach. I support people who are, most of my clients are moms, and they are interested in life and business success. So imagine if I decided to work with people who did not believe in self-investment. They don't want to do any me time dates. You know what I mean? They don't want to work on their marriage, which might require them to go out with their husband. They don't want to work on their business, right? Right. You don't allow people to disqualify you. You heard that scope the other day, right? It's incongruent. And if I'm trying to own my bigness and I'm working with people who are all about smallness, how in the world is that going to work? And you need to ask yourself that. And this is for those of you who are trying to convince people to work with you. You are talented. You're amazing. You already made six figures, like in your sleep. So you don't have to convince people that you're great. Just find the people who really value what you bring to the table. And I will tell you, it's so important. It's really important. There are no hearts here. But I'm telling you that the reason that your business isn't growing is because you're not owning your bigness and what you're bringing to the table. All right. And I want you to number 5. I want you to swing every day. Someone today told me no one wants to hear about positivity. The quote was, no one is listening. Right. So the fact is that person is not your target audience. So they did you a favor. And you're looking for the people who are looking for positivity. So I only want to talk to someone that is talking about something that's positive. If you're talking about something that's negative, it's like delete. Like I'm not even going that way. All right. And it's so interesting because, I always say great marketing attracts great people, but also great marketing repels the people that are not for you. And that's your responsibility. And it's one of the reasons why when you're marketing something, I often will say, I'm for you if you believe in self-investment. If you're smart, you're sharp, right? If you're a go-giver, you're an action taker, I'm for you. If you believe in God, I'm for you. All right. But if you are, you believe in flash cash, you know what I mean? You're not abundant minded. You think that, copying and duplicating what people got going on is the way to success. You're all into the hustle and the grind in a sense forever. I'm not for you. Like if you're chasing a buck, not for you. And the reason that you do that is because I only want to play with people who play big. All right. And I have an incredible, beautiful clientele. This is not about me. I'm just using my example so that hopefully it supports some of you guys and understanding that the moment I got clear that big for me means working with the right folk, right? It was a friend. It was a sad thing, but I didn't respond. That is how I honored myself. It wasn't worth it. Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. And you know what? People change. Like sometimes people get in a place and they realize that they're in a dark place. One of the things that I've understood over the years is that when someone's talking to you, they're actually not talking to you. They're actually talking to themselves. So people say things to you that they say to themselves, and it's one of the things that I had to understand when she said, nobody wants to hear positivity. She's saying that she entertains negativity. That's all she was really saying. She wasn't talking to you. She was talking to herself. She's an appetite for negativity. So therefore, she's not a person that you can entrust with your dream. This is what I'm talking about. Only play big with people, opportunities who get it, right? And the thing is, this is where we all go wrong, right? We share our big dreams with people who just are not in a position to handle it. They just can't handle it. They can't handle it, all right? And so as a result of that, we get disappointed when they were never in a position to begin with to be entrusted with that part of our heart and our vision, right? And number 5, I want you to swing every day, like knock it out the park. Now, swinging every day is also, it's certainly showing up in your business, but it's you showing up 100% as you and not playing small, not hiding, not acting like you don't want it, not acting like it's not important, not acting like you're not great at this. You know what I'm saying? It's showing up. And I will tell you that is so amazing when you do that, because all kind of opportunities will come to you. I see people all the time. They're great and they're amazing, but they're hiding. They're like, they've got great success, but they're like, it's like a whisper. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're trying to whisper their way to greatness. What I'm telling you is that you got to own that thing, those gifts that are inside of you. And those people who are out here who are attracted to that, they're going to be able to see it when you show up like that. And I always say, you guys hear me all the time, that you got to show up like a giant. And giants make noise. They take up room. All right? And if you're going to own your bigness, you got to show up that way. You're going to make noise. You are. You know what I mean? You're going to open your mouth with that microphone, and you are not going to sound like everybody else. You're going to show up in that room with your beautiful self put together, and somehow you're not going to look like everybody else. All right? Giants make noise, and you got to get comfortable with that. And I know it's uncomfortable because maybe you had done that, and then you were in a place and people just kind of didn't want to be near you. They didn't want to help you. And as a result of that, now you're uncomfortable with that. But I'm telling you, that's your swing. You got to swing every day. All right. That's really important. And confidence is a beautiful thing. All right. Owning your gift is a beautiful thing. And I'm not talking about it from a place of arrogance or anything like that, but you got to know what you're good at, and you got to be okay with that. All right. Can you imagine Oprah, right? On the, Super Soul Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Shrinking. Like, who wants to watch that? All right. She has to own that. And you got to own what you're great at too. And I don't want you to, let people who are not abundant minded, you know what I mean, advise you, teach you, coach you, train you, you know what I mean, encourage you, or speak to your dreams and your goals. They're just not in a position to do that. They don't have the skill set to do that. They haven't done it for themselves, and they will not be able to do it for you either. And if you entrust people like that with your highest vision, then you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be hurt. That's what's going to happen as a result of that. And I just want to call that out for what it looks like. And instead, what I recommend is that you build for yourself a community, mentors, teachers, trainers, coaches, people your ambition level and above, who have a proven track record of success that can hold you up, that like giants hold up other giants, right, Colleen? Like a giant, you know what I mean? There's nothing for a giant to talk about another giant, because that's how they are. All right. You ever want to know if somebody thinks big or small? Look at how they edify other people. It's really, really, really simple. I've been hurt every time by trusting the wrong people with the greatness of my vision. And now you learned. And because now you know better, it's time to do better, all right? And the reason that you did that was because, and I'm just going to challenge you here, because you didn't want to stretch and reach, right? You got to go out there on that skinny branch and hang out with those folks that are where you are, your ambition level and above, and that won't be a problem. But because you were staying safe, you know what I mean? Got a big dream with a small-minded group. That's what it looks like, all right? And that's why I wanted to do the scope today. Living intentionally. Yes, a lot of people have no sight, have sight, but no vision. Absolutely. And they don't belong. They just don't, you don't need to give them your bigness. And I think so many of us, we do, all right? And, we do. And now it's time to shake that off, all right? Are there any questions or comments about this scope tonight? What was your aha? What was your takeaway as a result of what you heard? If you have loved this scope and you're like, man, this was so powerful, and I'd love to learn more about working with you, Mia, as a coach. Very simply, go to bit.ly/strategy with Mia. Okay. Do you help people generate ideas on how to use their talent for business if they don't know what? Yes, provided that you have a talent. So all my clients have a talent already, but they may not know how they're going to use it, right? Swing every day and always play. Absolutely. I love it, right? And it's so important. I think that a lot of us take it for granted, the swinging, and understanding that that's your responsibility is to swing. You know what I mean? You got to stand right there on that X. You got to do your thing. Brilliant scope. So powerful. Thank you. You're a giant. I am grateful, right? I'm so grateful to be able to work with you, right? That's how I feel. I love my clients. They're just the most amazing people, right? Be okay with your gifts all the time. Even when people don't understand, they're not going to understand. The only people that are going to understand are other giants, okay? They're going to understand because they grunt too, and they make noise also, right? People who aren't abundant minded don't get to talk to you. They don't get to talk to you about the treasures of your heart and your mind, your big dreams. You're not going to do that. You're not going to give that to them. They can't even see what you see. They can't inform the process. It's not personal, all right? But you're not going that way. You're looking to own your bigness, right? And you got to swing every day. And swing every day is, yeah, sure, pitching and, and looking for opportunities. But it's also showing up, like swinging. Like, you know what I mean? The swing is you showing up. Like, show up and bring your A game 100% of the time. Not what you think you should do. Is this okay? Asking permission to own your gifts. Show up, swing. All right. And the world is waiting for you. And all those opportunities you're looking for, they're all around you. All right. And when you swing, they can see you. We can see you. We can see you. All right. But some people aren't swinging. And you know what I'm talking about. You know how you guys sometimes we're talented, we turn it on and off. And I've even heard people say that I've worked with, like, well, in that environment, I have to turn it down. I got to turn it off. That tells you need to turn it up. You need to turn up the kind of environment you're in, the kind of people you're hanging out with. If you got to turn off who you are in order for you to fit in, you're in the wrong environment. Just breaking it down. There are not any hearts, but I'm telling you the truth because it is flat true. If you haven't shared on Twitter, on Facebook, on Periscope, Miss Mia, where is your top 2 places or platforms to get clients from? So I love Facebook. I use Facebook ads, and I also use Periscope. I get a lot of clients from Periscope as well, and referrals. So those are my top 3. Referrals, Periscope, Facebook ads. I think it's a terrific way to get clients also. But here's the thing. If you do great work, your reputation is going to precede you. People are going to tell other people about you. You're going to have clients out there getting, great results, and other folks are going to come and want to work with you. Just simple as that. And I've always seen that even in the coaches that I've worked with as well. And so that's what I do. Oh, wow, wondering where to get new clients as a beginner. Come on Periscope and talk to people about who you are, what you do, and who you serve, and serve some people. That is how I found Mia and brought her several clients. You did. You brought me several clients. We met here on Periscope. I think, Colleen, you were referred. Oh, right. You met me from a referral. Colleen, you were a referral. Angel, how did we meet? Kendra, how did we meet? Okay. Okay, you met me from Dr. Yolanda. That's right. She's one of my clients who's a dermatologist. And then Colleen, you were referred to me. I know that. Kendra, I can't remember how we met. And then Angel, how did we meet? And I believe it was social media. All right. You were referred by Doreen. Okay, that's exactly right. And then who else? Anybody else here that's a client of mine want to say how we met? But that's how I meet my clients. So that's the reality of what that looks like. All right. And so I always say, look, there's a value in providing great service and the value of a lifelong client. People forget this part. Like, that's why the whole flash cash thing, what are you going to do in 5 years, and with clients when you are just focused on getting somebody's money right now, right? What about serving people for a lifetime? What does that look like? All right. Make sure you build your business for longevity. It's really important. All right. Are there any other questions? That was a great question, by the way. Are there any other questions? You're hanging around. Yeah. I think really we've been moving in slow motion, but we've been working on the retreat. We've been working on the retreat copy, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing. I think you guys are going to like it. We've got a lot going on this year. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited about it. I'm very stoked. You're going to be sleepy tomorrow, right? We get ready. Okay. Oh, it's the second weekend in November, the 10th through the 12th in November in Baltimore. And I'm so excited. I am so excited. It's going to be fire. So, guys, in full transparency, let me just tell you how, are you excited? So this year, not my only goal, but my biggest goal was to get physically fit. And when I was over 30 pounds overweight, so this is the first time in my life I've ever been over 30 pounds overweight. And so when I tell you it took everything, like from January to like March, the second week in March, for me to pull it together and for my knuckles not to hurt, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, like I couldn't do anything else. And but I'm feeling good right now, and I'm excited about going into the event, just strong and serving people and creating transformation. It was an amazing retreat for sure. It was life-changing. It was an amazing experience. I think, was it Janelle that told me? She said I think it was Janelle or Kizzy. She said it's not a retreat. They say it's a boot camp. They said it was like not a retreat. Said it was a thank you so much, right? They said thank you so much. Said I'm down 26 pounds. And so by the time the retreat comes, I'll be down about another 20 pounds or so. I'm very excited about it. But more importantly, I'm feeling strong. And I'm feeling strong. I'm working it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm all in. And I'm telling you, but that first, from January to second week in March is a boot camp, right? I was all in. That's all I'm going to say about that, guys. I couldn't do anything else. And I knew that I couldn't even create any disruptions in it if I wanted to really commit to the process. And I've got a whole lot of theories on what that looks like, but I'm very excited. I'm very pumped. The retreat's coming. It's the second week in November. We're working on the copy now. We just had a team meeting about it this past Monday. Things are looking really good. And, I'm excited. It's going to be awesome. And this is our 5th year. So, and the coolest part is it is truly an immersive experience. You need to sleep before you come. And it's just great. Like it's just a way that the women that come are looking for transformation. And every person that takes the stage is in a position to serve, right? Because you will not get sleep there. No, you won't get any sleep there. No, but you will leave with a sense of clarity, a sense of purpose. We had people, Karen wrote me and she said she was writing her book in the airport leaving. People leave and they just want to do stuff. And that's what I'm so excited about, being able to share, the results of so many people who have, just really played full out for themselves. And that's what I like. And when we see examples of other people who have owned their bigness, it really, really does support every person. It validates you, right? You branded yourself during the retreat because of Dr. Colleen. See, there you go. So, and you met Dr. Colleen at the retreat, I think, and you branded yourself. There you go. And, just the level of support, the caliber of the women, the circle. We do a closing circle on Sunday, which is, I can't even really describe it. I got to figure out. I was telling everybody on the team, I was like, how do I don't even know how to describe it. All right. Because it's so powerful. And you know how people say things are powerful and it was kind of powerful. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that the Sunday closing circle is powerful. It is transformative. It is, I don't know what to call it. All I know is that I've never seen anything like it. I've gone to a lot of events, and our culminating activity on Sunday is worth the entire weekend, in my opinion. And the bonds that are built, yeah, maybe you'll write me a poem about it for you. All right. Okay. Awesome. Love that. It's amazing. It's an amazing experience. So, are there any final questions or comments before we sign off? I thank you guys for your time tonight. If you are not connected with me on Facebook, then please do. Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist. Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist. I love poems. Okay, so Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist, Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist, or MiaRedrick.com. You can sign up for my newsletter list right there. Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist. And I would love to stay connected with you beyond Periscope. Thank you so much, Shaitan. And that, you know, and I think that what's so important is that when you've got something great that you're putting out there in the world, you got to expect opposition, right? Like, it's like a real thing, okay? So, you know, the thing is that you're not going to do something that's like great and that's highly visible and not have people who say the opposite of what you've got going on. That just comes with it. That's just how it is. And that's why it's important to own your bigness, because if you're in conflict about your bigness, then when you deal with knuckleheads like, I don't like poems, it's like, well, you know, like, this what you need to do at 11 o'clock at night is like write down a comment about what you don't like. We don't care what you don't like. Get out of here. I've been to a lot of retreats and conferences, never experienced anything like that. You never experienced anything like it? It was great. And it's always great. That's the thing. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen this year. But I've been, you know, I've been thinking about what I want, the transformation I want to provide, and the experience. And I'm just so excited about really serving people up, right? And I'm so excited about, you know, really being able to serve people up and see what's going to happen next year when people leave. You know what I mean? What's going to happen? You know, what kind of transformation is going to happen as a result of people saying yes to themselves? But it's going to be an amazing. Hey, Karen, good to see you. We're wrapping up, Karen. So I want to thank you guys for your time tonight. And you can always stay connected to me, like I said, on my website or on Facebook at Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist. If you're interested in working with me, check out my bio here on Periscope, and the link is right there in my bio. Hey there, darling. I'm so excited. And I did a coaching call last night. Oh my goodness, it was amazing, with some new clients. And it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time and have a great night. All right. I love you guys. Bye. Okay. Yeah. It'll be there until tomorrow. Okay. Bye.